My love, I'm tired of the distance between us, both the miles that separate our bodies and the emotional space that has grown between our hearts. Each day that passes without you feels like a quiet ache, a weight that I carry no matter what I do. I'm exhausted from pretending, from putting on a smile and trying to convince both myself and the world that I'm fine, that I'm happy, that I'm enjoying life as if nothing is missing. But deep down, I know the truth. I'm not happy, not truly, not when you're not here. The more I try to ignore my feelings, the more painfully clear it becomes that I miss you in ways that words can hardly capture. My life simply doesn't feel the same without you in it. There's a dullness to everything, as though the colors of my days have faded into softer, emptier shades. No amount of pretending or distraction can replace the connection we once shared. I've tried to fill the silence with work, with friends, with noise, with anything that might keep my mind from drifting to you, but nothing ever truly works. Somehow, every quiet moment, every random thought, leads back to you. Lately, I've realized that what I feel for you runs much deeper than I've allowed myself to admit. I've been thinking about how to tell you everything that's been on my mind, carefully planning how to open my heart without overwhelming you. I keep rehearsing the words, rewriting them in my head, because I want to get it right. I want you to know that my thoughts about you have grown into something far beyond friendship, something that has taken root in my soul. When I think about us, about all the moments we've shared, the laughter, the comfort, the way we just fit, it's impossible for me to call it anything simple or ordinary. What I feel for you isn't just friendly or casual. It's something much more profound, something that stirs my heart in ways that friendship alone never could. It's the kind of feeling that keeps me awake at night, not out of worry, but out of wonder, wondering how something so beautiful could have happened to me, and how I could have been lucky enough to cross paths with you. And though this realization makes me nervous, it also fills me with excitement and hope. For the first time, I'm allowing myself to fully accept what I've known deep down for a long time. I can't run away from my emotions anymore. I can't keep pretending that what we have is something simple when every part of me knows it's something rare, something extraordinary. I've begun to accept that our bond is unique and special, that it's something worth cherishing and protecting. Denying it only hurts more, and I've reached a point where I can't keep denying the truth to myself. I've replayed the moments we've shared in my mind countless times, the way you smile, the sound of your voice, the small, thoughtful things you say without even realizing how deeply they affect me. I've thought about our conversations, the serious ones and the silly ones, and how natural it always felt to talk to you. Every memory with you feels alive, vivid, and real. Those moments are like tiny pieces of warmth that I hold on to when the world feels cold and lonely. And every time I replay them, I come to the same conclusion: what we have is worth fighting for. If I ever took drastic steps like deleting social media, blocking you, or creating distance, please know it was never about wanting to push you away. It was my way of coping with emotions that felt too big for me to handle at the time. It was an attempt to find some kind of peace, to quiet the intensity of what I was feeling. But I've realized that shutting you out didn't bring me peace, it only deepened the ache inside me. Instead of finding clarity, I found emptiness. Instead of feeling free, I felt more disconnected and isolated from someone who means the world to me. That's when it hit me: the only real peace I've ever known is when I'm close to you. Because of that, I've decided to take those first steps toward reopening the lines of communication. Whether it's adding you back on social media, unblocking your number, or simply reaching out with a message, I want to bridge that gap again. I want us to have that easy, open access to each other that we once had. I miss how naturally our conversations flowed, the way we'd talk about everything and nothing, share small jokes, and exchange those casual, light-hearted messages that somehow carried so much meaning. I miss the rhythm of our connection, the steady, comforting presence of knowing that you were just a message away. It wasn't just a habit or a routine, it was something that brought me genuine joy. The little things, liking your photos, reacting to your posts, sharing random thoughts throughout the day, they weren't trivial. They were small expressions of connection, quiet reminders that we were part of each other's daily lives. I didn't realize how much those simple interactions meant until they were gone. Now, I miss them deeply. I miss the feeling of closeness, the warmth that came from being part of your world in even the smallest ways. It's strange how silence can feel so loud when it's between two people who used to talk constantly. But beyond those day-to-day interactions, what I miss most are the deeper conversations, the private, unfiltered moments when we truly opened up to each other. Those times when we could talk about our dreams, our fears, our hopes, and our uncertainties, knowing that we were heard and understood. I miss the comfort of that kind of honesty, the way I could be completely myself with you without ever feeling judged. I crave that again, the closeness, the emotional safety, the way our connection made even the hardest days feel bearable. I want to rebuild that foundation, to nurture the bond that made our relationship so meaningful in the first place. I want us to become close again, not just in the casual sense of talking more, but in the deeper sense of truly knowing and understanding each other again. I want to restore that comfort and familiarity, to rediscover the space where we could both be vulnerable without fear. I don't want what we had to fade into a memory. I want it to grow into something stronger, something even more profound. The thought of losing you completely terrifies me more than anything else. I've never loved anyone the way I love you. I don't think I can love anyone else like this. It's something that feels singular, irreplaceable, as if my heart found its counterpart in yours. Before I met you, I didn't even know it was possible for someone like you to exist, someone so beautiful inside and out, so genuine, so effortlessly kind. You've changed the way I see the world and the way I see myself. You've shown me that love doesn't have to be loud or dramatic to be powerful. Sometimes it's in the quiet moments, the shared glances, the feeling of being completely understood. You've transformed my life in ways I never expected. You've brought light into places that once felt dark and empty. You've filled my world with color, laughter, and meaning. And even now, when we're apart, your presence lingers in everything I do. I carry you with me, in my thoughts, in my heart, in every moment that feels like it's missing something. When I look back on everything we've shared, I realize that meeting you was one of the most beautiful accidents of my life. You've become my safe place, my home in a world that often feels uncertain. You've made me believe in things I had stopped believing in: trust, connection, destiny. You've reminded me that love, at its core, is not about possession or perfection, but about understanding and acceptance. And that's what I feel for you, deep, unconditional acceptance. I see you, flaws and all, and I still think you're the most incredible person I've ever known. I know that relationships, whatever form they take, aren't always easy. They require effort, honesty, and courage. And I'm willing to put in that effort, to show up with all my heart, because you're worth it. Every part of me believes that what we share deserves another chance. I want us to rebuild, to communicate, to grow together again, even if it takes time. I'm not asking for everything to go back to how it was overnight. I just want the chance to reconnect, to start again with honesty and openness. I want us to talk, to laugh, to understand each other again like we used to. I want to rebuild trust, to heal whatever distance has formed between us. If I could go back and change the things I did that hurt you or pushed you away, I would. But since I can't, all I can do now is be honest and vulnerable enough to say that I miss you, and I still love you with every piece of my heart. You are the one person who truly feels like home to me. The idea of living a life where you're just a memory is unbearable. I want to create new memories with you, to make new moments that will remind both of us why we were drawn together in the first place. When I think about the future, I see you in it, not in some distant, uncertain way, but in a real, tangible sense. I see us sitting together, talking about our days, sharing quiet mornings and peaceful nights. I see laughter, love, and an understanding that runs deeper than words. I see the two of us choosing each other again and again, not because it's easy, but because it's right. You've become the most valuable thing in my life, the most precious gift I could ever hope for. Nothing else compares to the way you make me feel. Even in your absence, your impact remains. You've taught me how to love more deeply, how to care more openly, and how to be brave enough to express what I truly feel. You've changed me, and I will never stop being grateful for that. I don't know what the future holds for us, but I know this: I'm done hiding, pretending, or running away from my feelings. I love you deeply, sincerely, and completely. My heart belongs to you, and it always will. You are the light that brightens my days, the calm in my storms, and the reason my world feels like heaven when you're in it. More than anything, I want us to find our way back to each other, to rebuild what was lost, and to create something even more beautiful. Because the truth is simple and undeniable: my life will never be the same without you.